For number 5, all of those are like terms because they have a b cubed c, which means I can do the 5 plus, there's really a 1 in front of that b cubed c, minus the 3. That's what allows me to add all those, is because every one of those terms has a b cubed c. It's like the distributive property in reverse. So 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 minus 3 is 3, and when you add, exponents do not change. Here I can combine 8m, negative 8m, and 11m. Different signs, subtract. 3, keep the m. 11 was bigger, it's positive. Positive 5, negative 16, different signs, subtract. Keep the sign on the 16. So that's going to be minus 11. Here, there's a plus sign in between the two parentheses. So the parentheses mean absolutely nothing. So I'm basically just going to ignore the parentheses in this problem. I've got a 9x to the 4th, a 2x to the 4th, and a negative 8x to the 4th. So I can add all those together. I've got an x cubed, a 6x cubed, and a 1x cubed. I can add those together. So basically, I can add the 9, the 2, and the minus 8, and that answer gets multiplied by x to the 4th. Okay. Then I can add the 1, the 6, and this 1, and all of those gets multiplied by x cubed. So 9 plus 2 is 11. 11 minus 8 is 3. So I actually get 3x to the 4th. And then 1 plus 6 plus 1 is going to be 8, and I've got x cubed. Number 12 is not quite so easy because you have a minus sign in between, which means to rewrite this, what you're really doing is you're distributing a negative 1. So if I'm going to distribute a negative 1, I'm going to put a 1 in front of there, and then I'm going to distribute it. So that's basically going to get rid of my parentheses. Technically there's a 1 here, but when I distribute that 1, it doesn't change anything. So it just gets rid of the parentheses. So I'm going to actually have 16y squared minus 8y plus 9. Then I'm going to do negative 1 times 6y squared, which is negative 6y squared. Negative 1 times negative 2y is a positive 2y. And negative 1 times 7y is a negative 7y. And then I have like terms. So 16y squared and negative 6y squared are like terms. So 16 minus 6 is going to be 10. Keep the y squared, because when you add, exponents don't change. Then negative 8y, positive 2y, and negative 7y are like terms. So I'm going to put the negatives together. Negative 8 and negative 7 is negative 15. Plus 2, if I got a negative 15 and positive 2, I have to subtract because I have different signs. That's 13. Keep the sign that was on the 15, so I get negative 13y. And there's nothing to add to the 9, so I just put plus 9 on the end. Number 14 works like number 12. Technically, there's a negative 1 in front of that second set of parentheses, so I'm distributing a negative 1. On the first set of parentheses, I'm distributing a positive 1, so it doesn't change anything. So I have negative k squared plus 3. Then negative 1 times 2k squared is negative 2k squared. Negative 1 times 5k is negative 5k. And negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. So then my like terms are my negative 7k squared and my negative 2k squared. Same signs, add. That gives me 9. Keep the sign on the 7. So negative 9k squared. Then there's nothing like the negative 5k, so I'm going to put it next. And then the 3 and the 1 are like terms, so positive 3 and a positive 1, same signs, add, I'm going to get 4.